When you think of Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, you may not think of back-to-school events, but with school starting next week, they're hoping to help their patients and the community as well. Ray Steinman, the hospital's school teacher, joins us now to tell us about two events going on this week. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and you are the hospital school teacher, but you have a more official title. What is your official title?
I'm the Patient Academic Services Coordinator, and we're there's 3 teachers in the hospital, and we have 1 teacher's aide.
And talk a little bit more about what you do there on a daily basis.
Yeah, so being a hospital school teacher is like a really great way to meld our education background with helping patients in the hospital. So we do everything from bedside tutoring, which is doing schoolwork with kids while they are inpatient with us. We also do a lot of liaison work between families, schools, hospital teams, just in case education needs to change because of a medical change that a child has gone through.
Yeah, because you can imagine a child who's in the hospital for so many different reasons.
Yeah.
You know, they still need to learn. Sometimes they're there for months, right?
Yeah, definitely. Our patients who are on our hematology oncology unit, they might be there for a number of months. Anyone who's getting like an organ transplant, they're going to hang out with us for a little while. So they may miss months worth of school, and plenty of kids actually don't want to miss school. Some of them are really happy to see a teacher, actually.
I bet. That must make you feel very good about what you do.
It's really great, yeah.
Yeah. So back to school is starting, and so tell us about, you have a couple of events coming up. Let's start with the one that is for the kids at the hospital.
Yeah, so this is our back to school bash. It's something that the Patient Academics Department puts on, and we basically create a backpack buffet. So we take our activity center and fill it with tables, and we give away school supplies to families that are in the hospital at the time, because being in the hospital has now interrupted the chance for the families to do that back to school shopping. It may interrupt their finances and the ability to actually purchase these supplies. So we give away backpacks and school supplies. We invite the families and their caregivers to come in, pick their backpacks, and stuff them with the supplies that they need for the school year.
Yeah, I'm so glad you do that, because going back to school shopping is something that kids really look forward to. I mean, they love picking out all their stuff. Look at that little girl smiling with her backpack. So you make this where they're not just handed a backpack, they really kind of get to walk through the line and pick their own supplies, which is so nice.
Yeah, we have an array of backpacks in different colors. We have generously donated backpacks that are like fun designs, so the kids really get to come in and it's like they're in Target, my director says, and they get to pick the backpack that they've always wanted.
That's amazing. And so you also have an event for the community, kind of the community's way to give back and get a book. Right? Yeah,
so Community Health is putting on a Scholastic Book Fair inside the hospital. It's actually in our outpatient center, and they are 25% of anything purchased online comes back to the hospital for us, and then 30% of anything bought in the hospital comes back to the programs that we have.
So this is a great program, because you can go to the hospital and the kids can, and this is kids in the community, right?
Yeah.
And they can go and they can pick their books, which is a great way to get them in the mood to go back to school.
Yeah.
But you were saying that if you can't make it to the book fair, you can still help out.
There's a digital option, yes. Okay. And also, if you don't want to purchase a book for yourself and want to give back to patients in the hospital, there is an option to buy a book and then drop it off for us to be able to distribute to kids later on.
And where does the money from this book fair go to?
A number of different programs in the hospital that just help with community and resources.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming on and telling us about these 2 events that you're doing there at the hospital. And you can get all of this information by going to the website you see right there, hopkinsmedicine.org.